Clutter. We all talk about our lives and how our lives are cluttered, but what is clutter exactly and how does it affect you? Now, at first, I went to the dictionary and did a Google search and see what came up. It says clutter is a collection of things lying around in an untidy mess. So, in its most basic form, clutter is anything that is an untidy mess in your space. And for most of us, that is an obvious description, but it's so much more. It really is. And getting the grips on defining clutter will totally transform how you think of it and what you need to do about it. And so to understand clutter, you need to define where it comes from. I believe that clutter emerges from indecision. We have stuff around our homes because we haven't decided where to put them. We have clutter in our lives because we haven't taken control and decided what it is and if it is or isn't important to us. We don't make the decision, so we end up with clutter in our lives. Just simple. I found this quote by a lady named Barbara Hempfield, and she said, "Clutter is nothing more than postponed decisions." I said, dang. So we know that clutter manifests itself in several forms. Ultimately, it could come from busyness in some part of our lives that need to be sorted out. And so how can we become clutter free? So the simplest answer is we have to start making those postponed decisions. Then we can clear out a lot of clutter from our lives without even trying. Just make the decision.
What is a postponed decision?
Postponed decision is a decision that we not making in the moment. A decision that we not gonna make right now. We might make it next week, next year, whatever. But yes, Laverne said avoidance. We are avoiding the decision. Keep it, not keep it. Is it good? Is it not good? Well, it still got some life left. I'm gonna keep it. Oh, somebody gave it to me. I'm gonna keep it. So all these different things come up, and then we just don't do nothing. And before you know it, you got piles and piles and piles and piles and piles and piles. So think about it. If everything has its place, and we just decide to put things back when we finish with them, then the clutter won't exist any longer. If we work out our goals and priorities in our life, then everything else that is cluttering up our lives, therefore, will be removed because it does not belong. So, clutter is anything that doesn't belong in a space, whether because it belongs elsewhere in your home or it doesn't belong in your home any longer. So the focus is really on physical stuff, our stuff, but we can equally be cluttered in our lives in the form of emotional clutter. So when you declutter, knowing exactly what clutter really is makes it so much easier to get rid of. It takes away the emotions from decluttering decisions and making things a much more positive overall experience. Because clutter isn't necessarily something that's not needed. It just may need to go in the space where it needs to go. You know, you ever walk in somebody's house, they be like, oh, excuse the mess. That mess been there. That mess been there. It been there. So don't excuse it to me. Excuse it to you. Because you the one need to get it together. You know, so clutter is simply something that's just out of place. So let's talk about physical clutter. Clutter at home. Items that are broken or unused any longer, they need to be taken out of the house. Items that are in the wrong place in your home simply need to be put in the right place, and there is clutter no more. items that belong to someone else. They aren't in the right place and need to be given back. And as an empty nester, I can tell you like 3 of my grown kids got stuff in this house. Oh, mom, I'm going to get it. Oh, mom, I'm going to get it. Oh, mom, I'm going to get it. Well, guess what? You got a week to get it, because if you don't get it by next Wednesday, trash day, it will be going up out of here. Period. Okay? And then there's clutter in your emotional life. People can bring you down a lot. You can, you prioritize having a social life, family, friends, and all that. But if anyone is causing you more hassle than help, they are clutter. If they are causing more hassle than help, they are clutter, emotional clutter. Things you are doing because you've always done them. You can free up your time by rethinking lots of the things that you do in life because you've always done them. You may not necessarily need to be doing those things. Things taking up your headspace. You're cluttering your mind with your thoughts. So why not get them down in a planner, a diary, and free up the space again? You'll feel so much better having those thoughts in the right place. So define your clutter. We're so much more capable and empowered and being able to do something about it. We don't have to accept it. You know, identifying and understanding the meaning of clutter in your own life will help you to work out the best way to deal with it, knowing what it is. So write a plan for your home, the goals for your life, and see what doesn't fit. And if it doesn't fit, you must have quit. No, it got to go.
Well, look at it like this. When you say define clutter,
yes.
right? What is, and see, I think the thing here is when it said that, define your clutter.
Yeah.
Clutter is not just trash and clothes and stuff like that. What is other things of clutter, Darlaina? What are other things of clutter that they're talking about here?
It's a lot of things. It could be clothes. It could be shoes. It could be books. It could be keeping old stuff from family members. Keeping things that you say, oh, I'm going to get it fixed or I'm going to get it repaired, and you just holding it and holding it and holding it and you never do. So really just coming up with a priority list to get those things done. You know, and then, you know, there's some of the clutter is...
Yola just said something really good.
Say it again.
Yola just said something very well.
What'd she say?
Clutter can be unopened mail.
Absolutely.
Clutter can be your email.
Absolutely.
See? Come on, talk about it. That's what I'm saying. It is just,
yes.
You feel me?
I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. So decluttering your home could be difficult because of the emotions that's chaining you to the clutter. So one of the emotions that could be chaining you to some clutter is it has sentimental value. So you got to keep it. Okay? So what is the sentimental value and who is it sentimental to? If you got space for it and you're able to access it often to help you remember that wonderful or special memory, then it's not really clutter. But if it is something that is completely out of the way, not in the space, then maybe that thing is clutter. The second emotion that holds us to clutter is, oh, I got it as a gift. I can't get rid of it. So many people are reluctant to get rid of gifts because they received it from a friend or a family, whether they like the gift or not. And whether they have room for it, need for it, or want it. So what? Why are you holding on to it? Sometimes it's therapeutic to re-gift a gift to someone who actually needs it wants it and is going to use it, because you got it stuffed over in the corner, which is not really giving it what the person gave it to you for in the first place. And so when we the primary motivation for keeping it is so you don't hurt the gift giver's feelings, which we understand that we don't want you to hurt nobody's feelings. But if that gift alone is cumulatively with a lot of other stuff and it's making you feel unhappy about your home because it's so cluttered, you gotta treat yourself nicely too and deal with the problem. So the important thing is to remember is to separate your feelings of the person with the object itself and deal with each issue separately to preserve your friendship and love, and also your own peace and sanity in your home. The third emotion that's connected to it is letting go of the dream the stuff symbolizes is too hard. So people don't get rid of certain objects because in their home because their objects symbolize some dream that they don't want to let go of in their lives. For example, someone might not want to get rid of a lot of craft supplies that they haven't touched in years because it signifies that they just don't have time, desire, or talent to do those crafts they dreamed that they would do. So they don't want to get rid of it.
Yeah, somebody in the queue, sister.
Somebody in the queue? Let's see. Oh, that's Crystal West. Oh, shucks. I know something about I almost cussed. Go ahead, Crystal. Go ahead.
You need to stop, Darlaina.
Come on, Crystal. I almost... Give it to me. Give it to me.
Hey, listen. I can't talk about nobody but me. But so when it comes to the clutter, one of the reasons that I held on to things, Darlaina, was because I am enough resonated in every area of my life. So, having kids at an early age, I didn't have a lot of clothes. So, even though I wouldn't wear it, subconsciously, I believed that I wouldn't get any more. So, I held on to it and created clutter.
Jesus.
And so, again, for me, it all goes back to identifying why the clutter is there. So, even when I look at my weight, why have I held on to it, instead of letting it go? When I look at, my closet, there are a lot of areas, but what I am learning about myself, because I'm my own case study, can't nobody study me like me. Yeah. As I study and learn about myself, what I'm realizing is that the more I work out and the more I do things for Crystal, the more beautiful I want things around me, and it's because I am now embodying I am enough rather than just saying it as a cliche. I am enough. Now, when you believe you're enough, then you can let those things go so that you can make room for something else. But the reason we hold on to all those old things is because they fill us up in some sort of way.
Wow.
She said that.
She said that. She said that. Well, we knew she was going to say something. We knew she was going to say it. We knew it. We knew it. And,
but for her to say that, but you look at it, damn, that's like, that's me. Yes. That's me all day long, because it's like, okay, I got this, I got that, I got this, I got that, I got this, and I ain't using none of it. It's just around me. Yes. Like he's saying, stuff that with the identification and the awareness that you're bringing today to all of us, it makes us sit and look. All it's going is going to make me sit and look around me. I'm looking at, like, I had the lady come to my house yesterday and clean my first floor. Yep. She came in here. I swear to God, I must have had 10 boxes. Like, I got that thing you got yesterday, the thing I just got yesterday for the juicer. Okay. I got another box prime around here. I got another box prime. I got stuff around. And Lennon said, why are you keeping it? Because I don't know if I'm going to give it away yet. I don't know if I'm going to throw it away. And I'm just coming up with stuff that's cluttering things. Oh, my God.
Yes, yes. If they have a place, then you just put them in the place if they don't have a place. And then, when just to revert back to carrying weight, weight is a jacket. Weight is a protection from the world. People put on weight to protect themselves. And that was what we talked about with Louise Hay, some months back. So that's part of it as well. So when you remove the weight, you let go of that. When you start letting go of clutter, not only do you release the clutter, but you can remove a layer of guilt, emotional baggage, all these things that you probably don't even realize that you're carrying around, and it lets you feel the peace. The zen that comes from order. When I lived in my own place, anytime I was traveling, there was always someone in my place. I had a line of people that was ready to come to my house when I wasn't home because they said it's so zen here. I have people who have written training programs, who's written books, who has gotten peace and release in my home because of the zen that was created there. All right, what you got, Big D? Tell us what you got.
You know what I got. What I tell you last week, huh? I'm going to show you. I'm at it again. But you're so right. And clutter could be anything. Clutter, like you said, open mail. Clutter could be decisions that you just haven't made yet. That's sitting there taking space in your mind that could have been gone already.
Yes.
And Mr. Motivate and I were talking yesterday, and it's due time. This is due season.
Yes.
This is due season. D-O. This is due season.
Due. Yes.
You get your due season out of the way, and then you will get your due season, your G season.
Woo! Look at that boy.
That's good. But
amazing. Right.
Absolutely right. I'm sitting there, Darlaina, I cleaned my desk last week. You should see it. Now I got to figure out what the heck makes me store this stuff up like this. Because just shredding it and stuff is not going to get it. Why do I do it?
Yes. But I
tell my family, don't send me Christmas cards. Don't send me birthday cards. Don't send me anything. You want to do something? Text me, call me, love me, but don't send me anything because I feel like I have to hold on to it.
Yes. There is a Zen proverb, and it says, "Let go or be dragged." Let go or be dragged. Physically and emotionally, be dragged. Let it go. I saw somebody else here. Go ahead, Vern.
Good morning.
Good morning, sunshine.
So the let go and be dragged, I got that a long time ago from God. You either gonna get on this train or I'm gonna drag you. And it don't feel good. So clutter for me is a form of control. A couple of weeks ago, I started kind of psyching myself with the clutter. I would give away stuff every year.
Yes.
Donate stuff and give away stuff. But not enough. Just enough to psych myself to say I'm not holding on to things and it's not clutter.
Uh-oh. You done pushed the wrong button. What did you do? Okay. Okay, hold on. We're having a little technical difficulty on the Zoom platform, Facebook Live. If you'd like to join us here, you can at zoom.us. And the meeting ID is 404-333-8430. I'm not sure what he just did because he must have pushed the wrong button. So I'm going to get back on and see what he did. Our gracious host, I don't know what he just did. He done pushed the button and ended the meeting. So I need to get back in because I don't know what he did. So, but as you can see, the things that happens, with clutter. And so, you know, you want to determine if it is emotional clutter, if it's clutter, if it's physical clutter, you know, either one. So you want to be able to determine which one that is. All right, let me get back in here. I don't know what happened. Zoom.us. There we go. Looks like it's coming back up. Here we go. Ooh, technology. But if any of that is hitting home with you, please definitely comment. I'm watching your comments as well. And, you know, repeating them to the group. 53, 84, 30. All right, there we go.
Hold on.
I don't know what happened.
Where's she?
I unmute it. Okay.
Here she is. I see it.
There you muted me, babe. There I go.
Okay.
All right. So I was saying, I was psyching myself with getting rid of stuff, a little bit of stuff here and there every year. Like, you know how they say, if you don't use it, then get rid of it. If you don't use it for a year, get rid of it. But I still wasn't letting go of the things that just was sitting there collecting for no reason. Yeah. So for me, I realized that it was a form of control. I got what I got and it's mine, and can't nobody take it from me. So I'm not getting rid of it. When it comes to my clutter, I'm not lying to y'all. I got a trunk of stuff that I need to take to the recycling bin. We empty at least 2 to 3 bags of trash a day because I got a lot of stuff to throw away that I'm consistently throwing away. Yeah. A couple of weeks ago, I cleaned up my room. I don't like cleaning my room because I know I have to get rid of stuff. I cleaned it up a couple of weeks ago and I broke out in a whole cry because the cleaning up of my room and removing the clutter signified all the things that I need to let go, that I know I need to let go, that I don't want to let go. And it was the most painful experience ever. Yes. So what I know is that clutter is a form of control, but it causes the anxiety, it causes the blood pressure, it causes the stress. And it's just a reality that you need to see for yourself in the mirror. Get rid of it. Why are you holding on to it? The basement clutter, your business clutter, all the paperwork and all of that stuff is a sense of belonging, is a sense of control. Oh, if I got all of this stuff, I'm important. Like, it just basically allows you to have these titles about yourself versus if you don't have all of that clutter, who are you? Yes. I just wanted to say that because I'm telling you, I've been throwing stuff away for the last couple of days, and then you come on here talking about the clutter.
Absolutely. Thank you. But, you know, we do have these emotional attachments to stuff. And we think all these different things about the clutter, so it makes it okay when it really is not okay. Stop playing with the buttons. Hold on. Unmute. All right, there we go. Can you hear me now? Okay. All right, cool. And so, you know, the next thing is, I paid way too much money for that thing to let that go. You know how much that cost me when I bought that in 1965? That thing cost me a lot of money. And I'm not about to let that go. I paid $112 for that dress. I don't care if I can't fit it. I'm going to hold on to it till I can fit it. And so we hold on to it because we done paid way too much money for it. You know, and if, just like Laverne said it, if the money is tight, or Crystal said, you know, I might not get no more, so I'm gonna have to hold on to it. You better lose that weight so you can get back in there, because you know you can't buy another one. I got a whole nother issue with my clothes. And so, you know, my clothes go in rotation. once they've been seen on too many pictures or too many videos, I can't wear it. So it got to go in the back of the closet. So it's just either it got to go to another person, it got to go somewhere else. I saw this strategy where to deter Oprah does this strategy. Everything that's in her closet, that she puts everything face one direction. And when she wears it, she turns it around to the other direction. And then that way you can determine what you are actually wearing. And if you find over 3 months, 6 months, 12 months time that you haven't turned specific clothes, then you know you're not wearing them. So that stuff needs to absolutely go. The next thing is, what if I need it someday? That is depression era mentality. You know, I gotta hold on to it, because what if I need it? You know, if I get rid of it and then I'm gonna need it, then I'm gonna have to buy it again. So that's just dumb. I just need to hold on to it. No, you don't, because you haven't needed it for the last year or two. It been sitting there. So why? Why? And most likely, you will never need it.
Never.
And, you know, and so just let it go. Let it go. Plus, what I notice is when I purge and give stuff away and all that kind of stuff, I always get something else new and great that makes me feel happy. And I'm so glad to see that old thing go. Plus, some stuff you might got a rip on it. You say, oh, I'm going to sew it. Or it got a stain on it. Oh, I'm going to get it out. That stuff is still sitting there waiting for you to sew it and get the stain out. And you still ain't do it. Because guess what? You ain't going to do it. Because you're going to go to the store, you're going to buy another one. Or something else. And it's going to sit. Yeah, those closets of unworn clothes, is no need to keep them. You know, when we hold this stuff so tight, we're so closed, we can't get anything new. You know, I told y'all I'm overweight now. So it's stuff I can't fit. which means that stuff gotta go. And I'm only learning what I can't fit. And when I put on 2 dresses this morning, they was really tight. They can't fit. So I neatly folded them up and I put them in a bag that's going to go to career wardrobe. And I'm just going to keep it there because career wardrobe is absolutely an organization I believe in. They give men and women their interview outfits for them to go on to a job, and they give them the whole outfit. The clothes, the shoes, the pocketbook, the jewelry, the scarf, the jacket, the whole thing. And then once they get the job, they can come back and get 3 more full outfits. So me taking those clothes to them, it lets me know that I have put a seed into somebody else.
Yes.
And so sharing all those unworn clothes, Tamika at Career Wardrobe is waiting for you. She told me to tell anybody to come, and guess what else? They will give you a form that you can use to claim whatever you have given on your taxes. Because guess what? You might have paid a lot for that dress, and you don't just want to give it away. And if it's something designer or whatever, you can consign it because they have a consignment shop there as well. So guess what? All them old Ralph Lauren's and Diane von Furstenberg's and Coco Chanel's y'all got in your closet here in the Philadelphia market, you definitely can take it down to them. The other thing is, things is so messy. I can't ever get it done, so I ain't even going to start because I can't get it done. So why even start? That is a major emotional issue that people have that hold them back from decluttering their home and becoming a clutter buster. They want to just, it's too much. I'm overwhelmed by how much it is, so I'm just not going to do it. I'm just not. So we've all felt these feelings around all this stuff. And, there's research around what this stuff does. It just needs to go. Stuff that you're never going to touch, that you're never going to use, you're never going to wear. And, this clutter can really have a psychological grip on you. And we want to release the stuff because the psychology around it, it makes you feel bad. It makes you feel that, okay, I'm just no good at getting this stuff together. It's just going to always hold on to me, and it's just too much. And, we hold stuff for all the reasons that I mentioned, and we just need to let it go. Now, there's different types of clutter that we can carry. There's the technical clutter that causes space restrictions and an overall lack of storage space in our computers, our cell phones, and all of that. And then we have the life changes clutter. Clutter caused by a new baby, death in the family, a move, or anything that has thrown our life out of balance. And then there's the behavioral psychological clutter, and that's clutter caused by depression, attention deficit disorder, low self-esteem, or a lack of personal boundaries. You just keep on filling up your house and filling up stuff, and you're not even realizing it because it's psychological. And then there's the time management, life management clutter that is caused by the need for planning. And out of all of these that are the most difficult to solve is the one that is caused by behavioral and psychological stuff that's caused by depression. That one is the hardest to recognize and then the hardest to overcome, but you can do it. You can do it by looking for storage components, looking for things to organize your office, rearrange your workspace, using supplies, and putting them in these plastic bins, jars, however you need to, but come up in a way. And then this lady, what's her name? Her name is Regina Leeds. She wrote a book called 1 Year to an Organized Life. And so she came up with this saying called Ohio. Only handle it once. Only handle it once. So to keep papers from piling up, immediately toss it, file it, pass on it, mail off the paperwork rather than revisiting it later. Label hanging files, provide a quick, tidy place to stash paperwork if you need to. Stash office supplies out of sight. Choose a small scale tape dispensers, staplers, pencil sharpeners, and the like. Full-size ones hog up more space. Store clips and rubber bands by the batch in spice jars. You can secure them with tape or use hook and loop cabinets. They'll do nicely. Put it into jumbled up jewelry. If you have jewelry that's jumbled up in the bathroom or the bedroom or a closet, you can use ceramic trays to put them on. You can get jewelry boxes to use for them. And you can reserve a drawer somewhere. Uh-oh.
Eat your food.
Who that? Okay.
Eat your food.
We got that. All right. Hold on. What's happening? Hold on. There we go. All right. Okay, we got it. And so, like, if you have like a bunch of games and stuff for your kids, find a drawer maybe in the family room where you can store all the games. You can hang up pegboards where you can store things hanging on the doors. You can buy the cubbies to put things in, adjustable shelves. And, I like the Container Store. The Container Store, you go in there, they have so many ideas of where to put things, how to get your life organized. And the last thing I want to share with you guys is this. I started reading this book. It is called The Swedish Death Cleaning Ritual. Swedish Death
See what Crystal got to say, and then let's go with that.
Huh?
Crystal got to say something before you say that, but I want to hear this.
Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, there go Crystal. All right. Yes, Crystal. Tell us, girl.
Hey, so like everything you saying, Darlaina.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm so serious. I could have been sitting in a class and you could have been teaching all of that, but the fact that I still had emotional issues.
Yes.
It's just like going to church and hearing the sermon. You know what I'm saying? And they telling you everything that you should be doing, but because you don't know why you're doing what you're doing, nothing ever changes. Like I didn't work out before, but I wasn't consistent, and it was because Kim says it. The way I do one thing is the way I do everything, right?
Yes.
So the only thing that I would commit to was the things that was going to give me a return. Work, kids, I would commit to those things. And so when I said that I wasn't enough, that played out in every area of my life. In relationships, I settled. Why? Because I didn't believe I was enough. In relationships that I knew I should have got out of because I didn't want to, because here's the illusion, because you think you're with somebody, that they love you or that you love them. That's the illusion. So then I sit in the illusion, deny really what it is that I feel. Now I'm cluttered with what I don't want, and then I don't have no room for what I do want. So for me, Darlaina, it all goes back to, again, tracing the symptoms to identify why you do what you do. It's not enough for you to tell me that I should do this, and this. Because I can hear that. I'll hear that, but I won't be listening. Because even the scripture says, who that have an ear, let them hear. Well, if I'm in the picture, I can't see what it is that you're saying. All I can see is my clutter. All I can see is my mess. So how do I rid myself of whatever is blocking me from receiving your information so that I can declutter? So I believe that it is all of our desire to declutter, to get rid of the weight, to do. We have a desire to do that, but we have not found the root of why we're not committed to actually walking this thing out. And I ain't talking to nobody. I'm talking to me. I'm just sharing with y'all. And so when I start working out, what I start realizing when you said journaling your thoughts and all of these different things, I had so much wisdom lodged in this body, this pain body, that I was choosing to stay in because why? Subconsciously, I'm okay. They told me I was cute in my clothes last week, but that's the illusion. You know what I'm saying, girl? You was fine, and then you start listening to all these outside voices when really within, you need to do something different. Yes. And so, working out at the gym, it's like revelation after revelation, like all of this is in me, but it can't get out of me because I got it covered up with all the lies. That's why you got to uncover the lies to get to the truth. Absolutely. Really, what lie are you living out that's causing you to perpetuate the cycle of what you say you don't want? So it all goes back to you. Like everything that you teach is about health, wealth. Like people done told me I need to eat right, but my mind wasn't right to comprehend what it was that you were sharing with me. My mind was still stuck in not enough. My mind was still stuck in I gotta do something to be loved rather than just be loved. And so here I am being a human doer rather than a human being because society taught me how to do but not how to be. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
And so I just wanted to just jump back on and say that it's not that I didn't want to have a clean house. No, it was a root cause to me holding on to all them kids' clothes, holding on. Why? Because I had to work, bust my butt. And because subconsciously I didn't know where my next, because I didn't believe that I was the currency that created the currency. I thought I had to do something to get the money. So because I didn't know what I needed to do to get the money, I held on to all the stuff. Yeah. All that extra stuff that I didn't need, mail. Yeah. You know why I didn't open my mail? Because I didn't want to face the truth that I didn't have to cover them bills. Yeah. And so it's deeper than just the clutter. Yeah. It is working in you. Absolutely. Your external life is a reflection of what's going on internally. You don't want to change it, you got to start with you. You got to change you from the inside out. You're looking like it and be about it.
Absolutely. Well, that's why, this author, talked about The emotional things that hold us to the clutter is not just stuff. Everybody wants a better homes and garden type looking house. Everybody wants that. But you know what's stopping you? And that's what you have to determine what it is. And that absolutely is why I talked about the emotional things that make you hold on to the clutter. Come on, Yola. Yola home today. Tell us something, Yola. Come on, Yola.
Hi, good morning, LCA, my gentle people.
Yes.
So I understand that it is a state of mind. And believe you me when I tell you, it's one of the hardest things that you have to deal with and have to face. And I understand that. But I'm going to ask everyone if you could just take a step back for a minute. Coming from a child who lost a parent, and I'm sure some of you already have, but a lot of times you don't think what it would be like for everybody who you leave behind to have to clean up your clutter and your mess and your issues.
Yes.
And it is hard because my mother, she wasn't a hoarder, but my mother had clothes in the closet she didn't wear them. But I think coming from where she came from, having accomplished what she did, because she didn't have anything. So to own a piece of furniture, she left the plastic on top of the goddamn furniture. And you couldn't even sit on it. You understand me? Then she'll have these nice little crockery, or she'll have the glass, and nobody drinks out of the glass. But she stores all these things. Even my aunt, she does the same thing now. She buys all these glasses, but nobody comes here. Who are you buying them for? You just want the whatnot to look good. You want the figurines to look good. But there's nobody coming here. It's like they put these things down to live one day, but never live.
Yes.
They never live. So to me, when I had to go through her stuff, and even my brother to this day, there's still stuff there, to be honest. But to go through it, to see her life unlived, kind of like waiting for this big grand day when she was going to unveil these outfits and these glasses, like the kings and the queens were going to come and sit at the table, and it never happened.
Yeah.
Everybody on the call to just kind of think and look around your space, like if you would want to leave that kind of circumstance for your loved ones to deal with. Because I know it's hard for us to face it, but if you look at it from that perspective, maybe you could actually get up and say, you know what, that's not fair to my son, my daughter, whoever had to clean this mess up. Let me start getting these things out. And during that process, you might kind of be able to face your stuff and say, okay, well, I did this because of XYZ. And make sure we don't pass on that unhealthy behavior, because trust me, I tried my hardest not to be like that. With my daughter, if she puts something back, my thing is do it one time and done. Which means you do it the first time, you don't repeat it. If you just put it back which part it belongs.
Yes.
If it's over there, that's where it goes. You don't put it anywhere else. Oh, I'm going to get to it. I didn't ask it. I put it back over there. So that's how I deal with her, because it's unnecessary work. It's a waste of time, a waste of energy. And I try to get things done and organized the first time. So just think about your circumstances, guys, and like look around and see if you can start decluttering, because it's not nice to go through that one.
Absolutely.
I gotta give it up.
Listen, yes, that's what the sweetest death cleaning ritual is about. Cleaning up your stuff so that your family doesn't have to do it. Your family is doing all this stuff, and it's like, why am I putting this on my family? This started in Sweden by the Scandinavians, and what they started doing was, as they start getting up in age, they start going through their stuff, saying, this is what I want you to have, this is what I want you to have. Matter of fact, you could take it now. And they start just getting rid of stuff. My girlfriend came over my house yesterday, right? And I had a wine glass. And she said, what's in there? What's that, vodka? I said, no, it's water. She said, oh, you drinking water out of wine glasses? I said, absolutely. I'm not going to wait to use my stuff. I remember when I was 20, this lady gave me all these beautiful clothes. And I said, oh my God, everything is so beautiful. When will I ever wear it? And she said, wear it when you feel like it.
Yes.
And I'm like, that didn't make no sense, because you wear dress up clothes when it's time to dress up. Well, that changed my whole life. And some of y'all know that about me. My kids used to say, we don't know if mommy coming downstairs in booty shorts or ball gown, but she coming down in whatever she feel like it. And some days I will come down in booty shorts, and some days I will come down in a ball gown. I remember one of my friends invited me to a local lounge, like this corner bar situation. I got so dressed up, they thought I was a celebrity or something. But that's just how I felt. And if you look good, you feel good. So I will take it to the nines. Everybody be like, oh, I know we supposed to dress like that. Oh, and ain't no supposed to. You just do what you feel like when you feel like it. Period. It just makes you feel good. So I just do that. I use all my good dishes. I don't have a china cabinet full of dishes. I'll use all my good stuff. And when I do have company, I absolutely will share my everyday dishes, which look like restaurant dishes. I use all my stuff. I don't have anything that I don't use. And if I don't use it, it's out of here because I love to entertain. So I have all the pretty entertainment stuff. But right now, if you go in my refrigerator, you'll find, the glass juice thing that you use for company when you're having a party. I have that with cucumber water in one, and in the other one I have lemon ginger water in it. Cause I use my stuff for me. That's what you buy it for. Why you gotta wait for company?
Wait, Darlaina. You know you wrong for that. Cause I promise you, listen. This is all learned behavior for us.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
In the 60s, my parents, we had a buffet. It was called a buffet.
Yes.
You had dishes, and I know time and them today got dishes for a certain time of year. You don't touch that stuff. That stuff was the real crystal.
Yes.
You got real crystal.
Yes.
Don't you man, what you talking about? We got silverware came in a box, baby. And you open that joker up, them things is blink. And you clean. I'm just telling you.
I know, and I don't have any of that stuff. All of my stuff is out, is open. Anybody can use it. My mother inherited my grandmother's china, and now I can promise you that china is in the china closet where it's never going to get used until I get my hands on it. Because once I get my hands on it, it will be used every day. Okay? Because you gotta bring me my flowers while I'm alive. I want to breathe. I want to smell my flowers. I want to use my stuff. When my friends come over, that was one of the things that was so zen about my house, because all of the good stuff was out. Ain't you good enough to use your good stuff? Yes. It's your good stuff. So use your good stuff. And that's why, listen, my friends were like, oh, we gonna go to whatever. I don't even know. It was something they told me we was going to, and I wore a gown. They was like, well, where you going? I said, I'm going to the event. You wore a gown? Why? Because I felt like it. And it ain't nothing but a whole conversation when you walk in the room. People want to walk up to you and see why you dress like that, or who you are, and all that kind of stuff. So it just opens up so much. So I'm just used to it. So it's just whatever. Like it, and you already know, Kim. You already know. It's just a Darlaina Rose situation, and I try to instill that on anybody who will listen. Get dressed, feel pretty, do your hair, wear the good jewelry. Don't hold it. Wear it today. Don't wait. You can wear it now. Wear the good stuff. Listen,
you look like she's going to a ball right now, though.
Wear the good stuff. Look, wear the good stuff. Wear it now. Why you gotta wait? Wear it now. What you waiting for? What you got, Gina? Gina saying something. Gina saying something.
Okay,
Linda, I think Linda put her hand down. Go ahead, Gina.
Great morning, LCA. Great morning.
Hey.
I can identify with y'all totally. I've been staying with my mom since she's been sick. And she got more shit. I've been trying to figure out a way to throw it out without her knowing, because she won't let me do it. She got picnic tables. She got real. She got so many different dishes. She got dishes for Christmas, dishes for Thanksgiving, dishes for Easter. I'm like, and I forgot about the dishes till we had the pipes fixed this past weekend, and the guy started moving stuff. I was like, oh my God. It's so much stuff. And I'm sitting here, as y'all talking, I'm like, okay, this is what I'm going to do for downstairs. I'm going to start bringing it out the basement door when I put the trash out. So
and that's what she's going to ask for. Where's my...
She don't remember half the stuff. You know what I'm saying? She never used. She got a closet full of Tupperware that we never even use.
Wow.
We never use. You know, she got so much stuff. It's crazy. You know, I get in my house sometimes and I be like, when I get to that point, I be like, I just start throwing out everything. I don't care what it is. I put it out, put it out, put it out. Because I just gave away a big old air conditioner that would cool the first floor because I didn't have no way to set it up or window that it would really fit in.
Yeah.
So I gave it to this guy, and then hers went bad. But anyway, that's another story. But yeah, it's stuff everywhere, and then she gets to moving stuff around, like in the closets downstairs. You know, the things that we do use, she reshifts them, and I gotta go looking through all the closets to figure out where's this container, where's that glass, or you know, and I'm like, you know, I'd be like, how you say, Jesus, take the wheel.
Yes. And that's what we gotta do. You know, you just pray over that thing and say, Lord, what can I get rid of that she can't see, that she ain't gonna see, that she never gonna see. You know?
Exactly. The guys that did the pipes, I gave them some stuff when they left here on Monday. I'm like, nah.
And it's whole families at the Salvation Army that need stuff, whether it's dishes, clothes, shoes, whatever you got. There's somebody who needs it. You don't need it. Somebody else needs it. Give it away. When I lost my house, right? I called my dad. I said, Dad, should I put my stuff in storage? He said, no. Give it away. Give it away. And guess what I did? I gave away everything. I didn't hold anything. Go ahead, Linda. Oh, wait a minute. That's not Linda. Go ahead, Linda.
I'm going to make it quick. I want to go back to the clutter. It's a mindset. It's a way of thinking.
Absolutely.
And I think Yola and Crystal hit the nail on the head when they said that it was filling something that they needed. Okay.
Yes.
You can go in, Tommy. I read your message stating that you had talked to your sister about coming in and cleaning. You can come in or have somebody come in and clean the clutter up in your home. I've gone as a social worker. I've been in many people's houses where there was clutter. We came in, we hired people, came in, cleaned it up. Go back a month later, clutter had began to start all over. 6 months later, they were hoarders. So it's mindset. You have to be willing to change your thinking before you can change that clutter. If you don't, it's just going to accumulate over and over and over again. And the thing about saving things with the parents, and I found myself doing the same thing. We had a china closet. I don't have a china closet anymore. When I moved back, I didn't bring my china closet with me. I gave it away because of what was in the china closet was on display. We never used it. On display. I refuse to do that here where I am now. So I don't own a china closet. I purposely don't own one. So come through. Take care. Change your mindset, and then you can change your habits.
All right. So the last thing I'm going to do is just give you a daily routine for decluttering.
Thank you.
The first thing is you can have 4 storage boxes for everybody in the house. And everybody can have their names on their box, and they should be labeled donations, trash, repairs, and borrowed. Items that fall into any of these categories should be placed in their respective boxes and then done with whatever it is that needs to be done. The second thing is make a commitment to decluttering. Make your commitment to decluttering public. You may post about it in social media. It's more likely that you'll be resolved to continue with a positive habit when other people know about it. The next thing is enter each room every morning to see if anything needs to be tidy. If there is, then clean out that room. If you do this daily, it won't be as difficult as the first time to tidy up any particular room. And the last thing is for your kids. Inform your kids that they will be rewarded for using the labeled storage boxes, and keep your promise when they do. This lady has a whole 30-day situation for decluttering. It's a whole checklist, and it really has some great stuff on here, like pick up the trash inside the house and get rid of it, gather little things as pencils and toothbrushes that have no particular place and find a particular place and arrange them, declutter shelves and surfaces where you store items. Search your pockets, see what's in your pockets. Like this stuff is really good. Organize your books, arrange the toys, organize bedroom furniture, decorative items, organize your wardrobe, tidy your bedside table. And these are just things to do, one thing to do every day for 30 days. And I'll figure out how to share it, but it's part of the Swedish death cleaning ritual, and that's really to start cleaning up your mess so that nobody else don't have to do it. So just like Yola said, Yola experienced it. So the last thing you want to do is for your kids or for someone who loves you to have to come in and clean up your stuff when you have gone. You know, you really don't want to put that on nobody. And plus, things that you may consider sentimental or things that you may have considered something of value, now you leave it to your family to figure out if it's of value. You know, and it's donations, trash, repairs, and borrowed. Anything that doesn't belong to you. Get rid of it, get it back to the person who you borrowed it from. You know, so that we can declutter our lives. The last thing we want to do is live with clutter, because clutter affects your emotions. It affects your mind. A cluttered outside space is a reflection of a cluttered inside space. You know, and so we just have to determine what that is. And if you can't do it, ask for help. Get the coach, hire the coach. Find somebody that's going to come in and help you to determine why you are living this way, why this is happening. And, you know, you may need somebody like hoarders how they come in and help you to remove the emotional detachment to what some of these things are. And if you find out that that's you, just ask for help, because there's plenty of us out here that will help you. So there's a book called The Swedish Death Cleaning Ritual. And then this other lady wrote a book called Regina Leeds, the author of 1 Year to an Organized Life. And really, it takes you back to the slight edge. You know, we talked about the slight edge. So slight edge told us to do a little bit of something every day. And by doing a little bit of something every day, you will eventually make a large impact on your space. I know I can't do the clutter. I can't do the clutter. Listen, if I come to your house and it's cluttered, I'm gonna stay for a little while, but I probably won't come back. Like no, girl, let's go to the let's go to the restaurant. Meet me at Starbucks. You won't even know. Hold on, Millionaire Marcus want to tell us something. We ain't heard from him in a minute. Tell us, Marcus, what you need. What you want?
I seen him rubbing his head all day. So
I know. Like, go ahead, Marcus.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm, listening to you guys, or listening to the things about clutter and everything, and especially when Gina was just talking. It reminded me of something when I was on the fire department. And I don't want to end the call on a bad note or anything, but I mean, truth is truth. And we had a fire one day where an elderly lady who lived by herself actually died in the fire. She died in the fire because her house was so cluttered we could not get in it. Her doors, her side door was just stuff piled up on the side of every door to where we literally could not get into the house. And I remember that once the fire was out and we actually did locate her body, because her family was there, her children were there, steadily asking, and of course going through all of the emotion of watching this house on fire and then watching 20, 25 firefighters standing there who could not get in the house. I mean, we were trying to get through every door, through every window. We were putting ladders to the upstairs windows, and it was just stuff everywhere. And
Wow. Wow. That is sad. That is truly sad. Well, that ain't gonna be none of us. That's not gonna be any of us. We are going to get on this to make sure that that is not us. You know, and people who hoard, it truly is depression. It is an emotional situation. So if you know somebody like that, do your best to get them some help, because they absolutely need help. They cannot do it alone. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to need a psychologist to help you to get them to the next level, to get them to clear their house out. And sharing situations like that is a way to let us know how serious this could be. You know, you got so much stuff. And I remember, you know, my mom used to hoard stuff, and I fight not to be, just like Yola said, I fight not to be that way. My mother had so much stuff, and guess what happened? We had a house fire too. And when the house caught fire, it burned for hours. They trying to put it out. It was hot spots popping up all over the place, and it was so much. The fire was so intense inside. The glass mirrors that was on the walls. Remember City of Mirrors, and they used to come out and put the mirrors on the wall? Those mirrors turned into sand because of the intensity of the fire, because of how much stuff was in my mother's house. Needless to say, that was a hard lesson to learn, and my mother still struggles with it a little bit, especially because of the loss of my father. So we kind of go over there to kind of keep her in order together, so that she doesn't get back into it, because it's easy for her to fall back into that. And any of us can, especially if it's something that you've grown up looking at. I need it. I gotta keep it. I gotta hold it. I'm not gonna be able to get another one. All this kind of good stuff. You know, so just reevaluate what you have. Look at some of those tips. Figure out if those emotional things that are making you hold it. As Crystal said, do your soul work to understand why it is you're doing that. And if you don't understand what the soul work is, call Crystal so Crystal can help you through the soul work. If you need somebody to come in and help you clean, hire a cleaner. Hire somebody to come in, and then we can go from there. And it absolutely is understandable. We are human beings. We really are. We really are human. And sometimes, you know, we allow our emotions and all these things to take over. But what we know is that we have control over our emotions. They do not control us. So if you take control over your life, then you can control the clutter. Thank you guys so much. We are overtime today. Thank you for your time and your attention. I do not take it for granted. I pray and hope that this information is something that you can take and use in your life. You know, as I see these things that come and affect us all, you know, it's something that we just gotta talk about, because we can't fix what we don't confront. So thank you guys, and if you need some help, call Darlaina Rose. You know, you can call me 267-521-2001, or you can email me at info@darlainarose.com, or inbox me on all social media platforms under Darlaina Rose. Thank you guys so much. Back to you, Mr. Satchel, if you got some closing words.
All I can say is thank you, Darlaina, for another wonderful class. We've had this class once before, but guess what? Where are you now in conjunction of what we heard? And we said, and at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, it makes a difference. So put your L's up. LCA for life. Remember, guess what? Life is only what you make of it. If you don't take control, I'm going to just tell you, go to another situation. This is another situation that you are in control of. If you don't take it, somebody else is going to get it. And guess what? It ain't going to be fun. So a great day. I'll have to run. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you guys. Have an amazing day on purpose. We'll talk soon. See you tomorrow for where we will pick up on Think and Grow Rich. Bye-bye for now. Facebook family, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have gotten some great information from this, that you have identified if you are holding on to clutter for some reason and don't know why, that it could possibly be an emotional thing that you are holding on to it for. So if you need help, feel free to inbox, reach out, and ask for help so that you can get to the life that you are absolutely supposed to be living. So have an amazing day on purpose. Bye-bye for now.